Before I know it, the sun has disappeared over the mountains and the moon gleams over the quiet mansion. All the girls have already gone to bed in their respective rooms, but I find myself too restless to sleep. I can't stop thinking about the riddle my grandmother wants us to solve. There's a black cat who sings in the morning and a queen who loves the moon. What on earth could she mean by that? Time for a walk to clear my mind. As I make my way towards the back door, I notice someone else walking through the house. Hello, is someone there? Oh, it's you, Shifu. Oh, it's Grandma. How very nice to see you, my dear. Good evening, Grandmother. What are you still doing awake? I just got back. Have you enjoyed your first day back here? Yeah, it's so nice being home. The place looks a little different though. I had some work done while you were gone. It all looks great so far. By the way, what were you doing out so late? It's not like you have to leave the house all day. I had to meet with a lawyer earlier today at the courthouse to discuss my will. Oh, I see. I know my grandmother is getting older, but the thought of losing her someday still breaks my heart. Oh, Shifu, there's no need to look so sad. It will still be a long time before I leave you. Oh, she read my mind. I'm in excellent health. I could run laps around this place if I wanted to. Ha, I believe it. But if you are in such a good health, why are you worried about getting your will in order and trying to settle the matter of your inheritance? She sighs. To be honest, my initial plan was to leave everything to your parents. I so dearly love them. As you already know, losing them was such a tragedy. Money has done nothing but rip our family apart since their passing. Your uncle Joji has been even worse than normal lately. All he cares about is money. You are telling me Uncle Joji was downright nasty to my friend and me earlier? I knew I needed to come up with a fair way of distributing it. The sooner the beneficiary is decided, the sooner we can all put this behind us. When I said I was splitting it up, it just caused more, troubles and arguments. She sighs heavily once more. You are the only one who never asks for anything. That's because you have already done so much for me, grandmother. I will never ask for anything else from you. That's what family is for, Shifu. Just make sure you do your best with the puzzle. I will. That is good to hear then. You should probably run along to bed now. Don't stay up too late. I actually can't sleep. That's the reason why I, walk around. I was thinking about taking a quick stroll through the gardens, maybe checking out what have changed, you made to the house. You are welcome to go wherever you like, but please be mindful of the flowers if you walk in the gardens. Yeah, I know you love the flowers so much. I won't be stepping that. They are my pride and joy. Don't worry, grandmother. I will never mess up your garden. Enjoy your walk and have a good night's sleep. Alright, thanks. Grandmother Hanayo walks back to her room and I left alone with my thoughts. I definitely want to do a little exploring while everyone else is asleep. Where should I go? I would definitely want to explore the garden for more information, but the letter seems pretty new to me. Mansion interior. Definitely going to the mansions. Although a walk through the garden sounds nice, I'm a little bit curious about all the new renovations now inside the house. Yeah, I want to see what have changed. I didn't get a chance to really look at everything earlier, so I will take a quick stroll through the house. I keep my footsteps light as I walk through the hallway, carefully not to accidentally wake someone else up. All the new furniture and flooring in the added-on rooms looks nice, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Hopefully we can see some more pictures of the mansion. I would love to take a look. My gaze swept across the room until my attention settles on a door at the very back of the house. Oh, huh? That's strange. Why is there a cat flap in the living room? Cat flap? I see a cat bowl on the floor by the door with the name Lunar written on it, and it makes sense. I guess she has a cat now? Seeing as there is nothing else of interest in the back wing, I decided to head back to my room to get some sleep. I wake up feeling surprisingly refreshed despite the fact I stay up late. It's still kind of early. I don't want to wake the other girls up just yet. I guess I'll go downstairs and get some breakfast while I wait for everyone else to get up. As I make my way towards the kitchen, I notice Shana sitting by herself in the dining room. She is holding what looks like an older, with wrinkled newspaper, and her attention is focused on a particular page. She hasn't noticed me yet. Sneak up on her. I crouch down and sneak towards her. I get about halfway before she lowers the paper. What are you doing? Oh, you caught me. Oh, bad back? Yeah, let's go with that. Since we are both up early, why don't we play a little game while we wait for the others to wake up? Just something to pass the time. Oh, what kind of games? I'm going to present you a mystery, and I want you to try and solve it. She points to an article in the paper. It's from few years ago. That could be fun, I guess. But what do I get if I win? If you can solve it, I'll tell you a secret that no one else knows. Okay, I'm pretty curious, I want to win this. If you can't, you will have to tell me a secret. Do we have a deal? Sure, why not? I take a seat beside her at the table and she hands me the newspaper so I can read the article in question. It says, "Precious jewel stolen from museum." I take a moment to read the report carefully. The article was posted exactly 7 years ago today. What can you tell me about the case? Well, a precious jewel was stolen from a museum. They were displaying numerous famous jewels, but only one exhibit was targeted. The thief have carefully broken into the museum at night, but no one saw him sneak in. Let's see. The first witness report is from the manager. The manager says that the museum will never recover from the loss due to their subsequent insurance premium increases. He also tells the reporter that the exact nature of the theft was being kept under wrap until the investigation concluded, and that he was the first person on the scene and reported the theft. Suspicious. The manager fears that the museum will have to shut down. All the staff will lose their jobs. Keep going. Okay, so the second interview is from the custodian who works there. The custodian says he worked there for many years and have never witnessed anything so horrendous. He says the loss of such a precious diamond is a huge tragedy from the museum. He also said he will have to look for a new job if the museum have to close. That's pretty much everything the article says. Have you figured out who the culprit is? Wait, that's it? That's all I have to go on? Oh, are you giving up? Let me think. This is too difficult. Oh wait, I accidentally pressed on the option button and I didn't get to choose actually. Oh my god. This is too difficult to solve. Alright, we will have to go with that because I accidentally pressed on one of the options. There's just not enough information to determine who the culprit could be. Sorry Shana, I think I have to give up. I have no idea who the culprit is based on the article alone. Don't beat yourself up. The police couldn't figure it out on their own either. They had to rely on an anonymous tips. However, the culprit is the custodian. The manager's report said that he didn't even have time to contact the other staff to tell them what was stolen. But the custodian said the diamonds were taken. Correct. How could he have known that he had not been the one to steal them? I guess I should have read between the lines. As punishment for giving up, you now have to tell me a secret. It's a shame you won't learn my secret though. Perhaps some other time. I struggle to think of a good enough secret to satisfy her before I awkwardly scratch the back of my head. Well, my biggest secret is that I never had a real girlfriend before. That's not a secret. I mean, that's a fact. It's kind of embarrassing to admit it. Oh, is that all? I already knew. How? It's obvious just by looking at you. Shana and I eventually meet up with the other girls in the living room. Good morning everyone. Ready to start the day? Tiana yawns. Yeah, sure. I think our best bet is to simply explore the mentioned grounds and see if we notice anything out of the ordinary. Good idea. Let's start outside. I want to look more at the flowers that your grandmothers take care of. I only took a quick peek at them yesterday, but they are all so lovely and smell so sweet. What? The four of us make our way outside until we find a white gazebo in the center of the garden. Hey, I remember this place. Grandmother Hanayo calls it the morning house. She often comes out here to sip tea and read books on one of the benches. It's been 5 seconds and we are already making headway. Do you think maybe the musical ornaments we are looking for is right here? Seems like a sensible guess to me. Let's look around. The four of us split up and search all around the gazebo, but we don't find anything black cat statues or ornaments. There's nothing here. I suspected as much. I feel as if the riddle wouldn't have been that easy to solve. As if you have any better ideas, at least I'm trying to attempt to solve it. I probably could have come up with a better possibility to the riddle's answer if you weren't here. All you do is distract me. Your presence hinders my sleuthing skills. Oh yeah? Maybe you should just accept the fact that you are a fourth-rated detective who can't even solve crossword puzzles. While you later, Rena sighs heavily as Shana and Tiana break into a loud, fuzzy argument. I'm going to look at the flowers. Care to join me, Shifu? Definitely, Rena. You seems pretty nice, and your eyes are glowing, sparkly. Okay. I nod and follow after her, and the two of us take a peaceful stroll through the gardens. The garden seems nice. You know, I'm actually a huge fan of plants. Really? Do you have your own garden? She nods enthusiastically. I sure do. I have tons of flowers at home. I grow my own vegetables and spice too. Unfortunately, my line of work keeps me pretty busy, so owning any pets is out of the question. Plants, however, are much more understanding of my schedule. the choice of words you use in this passage is just pretty funny. I do want a cat someday though. Oh, speaking of which, Rena points at a small black cat running towards us. How cute. Come here, kitty. Kitty. The cat meows loudly and rubs against Rena's leg. I think she likes me. I'm sorry, Luna, but I don't have any food. The cat lets out a sad meow before trotting out in search for more food. Geez, she's acting like she has never been fed. Rena giggles before she turns her attention back to a particular flower bed just ahead of us. Whoa, Rena looks pretty stunning. Oh my, this is interesting. Your grandmother has so many unique flowers. Does she? I'm afraid I don't know a lot about plants. This over here doesn't seem to be in bloom right now though. That's because the one she planted right here only blooms at night. Really? I didn't know there were flowers out there like that. Evening primrose is one beautiful plant with yellow flowers that begins to bloom at sunset. Night gladiolus only opens at night. That's so cool, I can't believe you know so much. Rena smiles proudly. Is that it already? Weapon. Oh, okay. I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to plants. Oh, it looks like your grandmother also has Queen of the Night. How fascinating. It's actually a species of cactus. It's super cool because it... Rena paused mid-sentence, eyes open widen. Wait a second. I think I might have solved the second part of the riddle. Huh? Really? We need to meet up with the others right now. A little too excited, Rena jumps up and gets ready to sprint back towards the others. Yeah, I know, the flowers is the part of the object that is mentioned in the riddle. But she trips and falls. Hey, look out! I know what is going to happen. She wants me to, help her and spend my gems. I'm definitely not going to do that. Rena lets out a quick yelp and she crashed into my arms. Unable to steady my own balance, I ended up trembling backward. The two of us collapsed to the floor. I fall on my back with Rena's body atop of mine. What happened? I opened my eyes in surprise to see that Rena's lips have crashed against mine. Are we kissing? Wait, this doesn't require gems? That's crazy. Pull away quickly. I already know. I know that I know they wouldn't be that good to give me a free gemless kiss. Gem. It's always gems. This can't be happening right now. This is so unbelievable awkward. I break the kiss in a hurry as I start to panic. Are you okay, Rina? Yeah, I think so. Were we just kissing? I laugh awkwardly as Rina staggers to her feet in a rush to get off of me. It was just an accident. Luckily, I don't think anyone saw. We definitely don't want anyone getting the wrong idea about us. Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess that would be bad. It is my imagination, or does Rina seems kind of bummed out? In any case, let's get back to Tiana and Shauna. I need to tell them what's the answer to the second part of the riddle. She runs off before I can say anything else.